Hey everyone, this is FaZe and welcome to my channel. If you've been subscribed to me for a while, then you know I love the iPad and I talk quite a bit about iPads on my channel. And I love my iPad Pro, it's my main productivity tool, and I really enjoy using the iPad mini as well. I don't think it's a device for me anymore because I use an iPhone Pro Max series and that has a large display. I'm going to go and upgrade for the iPhone 16 Pro Max this year. In fact, it's going to be the largest display on an iPhone yet at a whopping 6.9 inches, almost 7 inches. So after using the 13-inch iPad Pro and the large iPhone Pro Max series, I don't feel like there's a need for an iPad mini in my lifestyle. And I still believe that it's a great content consumption device for most people. And this year, the iPad mini 7 is going to release. Mark Gurman has also confirmed that we will see a 7th generation iPad mini before the end of the year. There are a lot of great rumors and speculations behind this iPad. So without any further ado, let's dig in and see what we can expect with the new 7th generation iPad mini. So first, let's talk about design. Now, the iPad mini 6 saw a drastic design change from the 5th generation model to align with the iPad Pro and iPad Air, and it's a great design. And I feel like if it ain't broke, why fix it, right? So I feel like Apple is doing exactly that. However, I really do wish that they would kind of trim the bezel a little more and give you an even larger display. And the reason why I say that is because if you've used the Pro Max iPhones, those are large displays. And this year, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is going to have the largest display yet on an iPhone with a whopping 6.9-inch display, the largest ever on an iPhone. That's almost 7 inches. And the iPad mini is at 8.3 inches. So there's a 1.3-inch difference. But once again, 8.3-inch screen size is not bad. It's a great design. And I love the form factor and the portability that you get. So like I said, I do wish that they trimmed up the bezel, maybe made it smaller or had the same body footprint and gave you a larger display. But I'm not complaining. It's a great screen size and the design is beautiful. So it's relatively going to look the same. Now, one of the key things, two key things actually that I really wanted on an iPad mini was an OLED display and the 120 Hz ProMotion display. That while an OLED screen is in the works for an iPad mini, it's not expected till 2026. So more than likely, we'll have to wait till the 8th generation iPad mini that is slated to release in 2026 if you want an OLED display. However, Apple does intend to fix the jelly scrolling issues which were very prominent in the iPad mini 6. Jelly scrolling gives the illusion that one side of the screen is refreshing faster than the other, but like I said, Apple plans to implement several design tweaks to eradicate that issue once and all. Now, I've used the iPad mini, and to be very honest, I didn't really face a lot of these jelly scrolling issues that people face. If you face jelly scrolling issues on your iPad mini, comment below and let me know. But I'm glad that Apple is doing things to eradicate this issue that people apparently did face. Now, let's talk about specs. The iPad mini 6 boasts the A15 Bionic chip, which is the same chip that's found in the iPhone 13 series. Some have been hoping for the iPad mini to get an M series chip, like an M1 at least, but I don't think that's going to happen. This is not a device that people are using for productivity. It does not need that performance. So I don't think Apple is going to give you that M series chip. And once again, I think the M series is kind of saved towards the iPad Air and the iPad Pro. However, I do think that Apple Intelligence will come on the new iPad. I think Apple Intelligence will be a key selling point now on Apple's latest and greatest hardware. So I do think Apple is going to give you the same chip that's found on an iPhone 15, because the iPhone 15 will get Apple Intelligence. It will be the only iPhone that will get full, true Apple Intelligence features from day one. And you need that chip in order to get all the features of Apple Intelligence. And I think they're going to bring that to the iPad mini, because if you currently have the iPad mini, you're not going to get Apple Intelligence. And once again, Apple really wants you using their AI features. So it only makes sense that they get the same chip as the iPhone 15. However, there are no expectations that Apple will drastically improve battery life. And to be honest, I don't really mind because I found the battery life on the iPad mini 6th generation to be quite great. As for storage, there are calls for Apple to increase the base storage of the iPad mini to 128 gigabytes instead of the 64 gigabytes that we've been getting every time there's a new iPad mini. Because with the ever increasing size of files due to higher quality software and cameras, 64 gigabytes doesn't really give you a lot of room to play with. And once again, I've always said that the iPad mini is the perfect content consumption device. So you kind of need that storage to, store all your photos, movies, books, magazines, and anything else without having to worry about storage. Now, the question that we're all probably asking, when is Apple actually going to announce the iPad mini 7? Well, rumor has it that this fall, they're going to announce it. Mark Gurman has even backed these claims up by telling us that there will be an announcement before the end of 2024. And if you really want an iPad mini with an OLED display, then wait till 2026 if you can, because there is a prominent leaker that recently posted an Apple roadmap that takes us all the way to 2027. And it clearly shows plans for an iPad mini with an OLED display in 2026. And now let's talk about pricing. Apparently, the pricing will stay the same, so the iPad mini will start at $499 for Wi-Fi only and $649 if you want cellular. Let's really pray that with that price, you don't get 64 gigs of storage, you get 128. And I have a feeling Apple might finally give in and do that because a lot of people use the iPad mini specifically for content consumption. But at the end of the day, I really want to know your thoughts. Are you excited about the all-new iPad mini 7? Is this something that you really wanted Apple to bring to the iPad? Or are you kind of bummed that that's all they're doing? Whatever your thoughts are, leave them down in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you next time.